Sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
It's caught by Roberts. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. How about this for an opening drive decision? You got 4th and short, just outside of field goal range in all likelihood. What do you do?
I'm going for it. I've got to go get it right now. I want to establish a tone. It's early in the game. I want to let my offense know that I believe in them. And you know something else? I let my defense know I believe in them also by taking that gamble. If we don't get it, it's okay. You guys will cover for me.
Yeah, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they're led out by their mobile quarterback out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith.
And frankly, this is the type of game that a great quarterback relishes because 0-2 on the road, everything's against him and his team. No one can expect them to win. Sometimes you band together real tight in that situation, and if he plays really well, they've got a chance to get that done.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. Patterson on the carry. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
On first down, Patterson, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. On 2nd down, it's Patterson, and able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. Smith on 3rd down. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On 2nd down now, it's Patterson, and he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Patterson on the draw play, and they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Field goal coming from Younghoe Koo. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not pump the ball again.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A first carry now for Adrian Peterson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. These are his numbers from last week's contest. And Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rosen caught by Sanu. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Throwing now, Rosen on first down. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
That coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they? 2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. From the 29, Rosen caught Eifert over the middle. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
After 1 on EA Sports. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. And here he'll get it down to the 7. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Rosen. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Now the red challenge flag makes an appearance as Andy Reid wants a second opinion. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So the decision to throw the flag, a good one by Andy Reid. monster right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And down he goes just shy of the 25. Now a penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
Dances by him. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. Well, CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Now a first down throw. It's Smith. Over the middle to Beckham. A gain of 6 there on first. 4 yards remain for second down. They'll try the left side. Patterson. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, Smith. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
A couple of first downs has the football position at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Smith. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
One of the selling points at the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Geno down to throw. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. That catch good for only a couple. 2nd down and 8. Throwing now is Geno. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now Geno drops it off for Coleman. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Adrian Peterson now getting ready to go again on offense. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
From the 30 on second down, Rosen. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Rosen to throw. Finds Roberts left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down, it's Rosen. Got a man here, it's Roberts. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. And that seemed to me to be all about trusting your receiver.
No doubt about it, because when he put that ball in the air, I will guarantee you everyone who's watching this game right now thought that's up for grabs. But this is a lot of practice time. As you mentioned, a ton of trust. And he knows how good his guy is. So to him, it wasn't up for grabs. To him, it was a big play waiting to happen.
First down, here's a run with Peterson. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. And now it's Rosen looking. And the catch good. It's Eifert. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. From the gun, it's Rosen. The quick slant caught. 2nd and goal from the 1. Peterson is in for a touchdown. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it's capped off by a touchdown run by Adrian Peterson. the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Come on now, let's do this.
So here are visitors to take over on offense. They've been settling quite a bit. They've been able to move the football some, but they've just been settling. That's one of the reasons they're down on the scoreboard.
I love that word you picked, settling, because nowadays in this NFL, you're thinking touchdown almost every drive because everything's so high-powered. Yeah, you'll take the field goal, but you always feel like you're leaving points out there when you don't put it in the end zone.
They'll be trying to put it in the end zone here on this drive. 50 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Now Gino on first down. Thrown to Parker, complete on the slant. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Working with a 2nd and 4. To the air again, Smith. That is caught by Lamb. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because
at all.
those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. From the red zone now, Smith. Caught left side, it's Beckham. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. To throw is Smith. Quick completion to Henry. Touchdown! Hunter Henry. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Aftershocks get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Yeah, touchdown. I love it. Now it's only a 2-point game. I know it's the first half, but you've got to think. Go for 2, tie it up, go into the locker room. What are you doing? Come on.
You're bold. You're bold.
It's real easy to be bold sitting up here
Yeah,
rather than
right?
down there and making that decision.
We don't have to make those decisions. Either way, little time left on the clock here in the second quarter. We'll see how this all plays out. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And this is now a 1-point game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Back out comes this offense now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. Rosen on 1st and 10. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Sanu with a grab over the middle. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
Now it's Rosen. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. On 2nd down, Peterson. And he's got this down to the 35. So a very tight first half. We head to break in a 1-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. And welcome in everybody to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Time for a look around the NFL here in Week 3 of the new year.
All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken at the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And this offense set to go now to begin the 3rd quarter. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Once more, they turn to Patterson, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Smith. And he will find his man on the outside. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Smith on 1st down. And right side, Henry's got it.
That's certainly one way to beat the blitz. Get it out of your hands quickly and get it to the big fella.
Very effective. Saw the pressure, got rid of it, and the completion ensued. On 2nd down, it's Patterson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
And that's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
Now Smith. Got a man. It's Patterson, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there.
Always important as a defender on 3rd down to keep the play in front of you and make sure you don't give up enough space that they can make a move on you in the open field. Try as he might, he wasn't able to get to the 1st down marker. Excellent defense, good tackling.
Here's Sam Martin now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Clinton Dix with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And on that one, with 6 defensive backs, did he need to be more careful throwing the football? I mean, I guess obviously in hindsight he did, but...
Yeah, hindsight, but even in foresight, when you got 6 defensive backs on the field, you just know you're going to get multiple coverages. You're never sure what you're going to see. But the biggest one is you don't have much reaction time for your receivers to go get the football because those guys, they're the best cover guys on the field. They go get it. And on that play, they took it the other way for 6 points.
After the interception, here's Smith. Escaping the pressure right. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick 6, and then the 2-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. Back to the air, Rosen after the pick 6. Throw left side complete. That's Roberts. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. A give to Peterson out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Play action here with Rosen. He's got a man. It's Tajay Sharp. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They give it to Peterson. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Now, after that last running play, we've got an offensive lineman down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw is Rosen. Got his man. It's Eifert. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. A 10th carry now for Peterson. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. That right right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on third and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on third down.
Now Rosen on first down. Short pass, Eifert on the receiving end. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. From the 25 on second down. Rosen, Roberts with it over the middle. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Roberts got it. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. From the gun, it's a give to Peterson. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
A very important third down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
So another third down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Mohamed Sanu, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bulls are an extra point away from evening this one up. Just a great individual effort there to take that pop pass and scamper off into the end zone.
And that's why offenses love that play partner, because that gives them a chance to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers with a full head of steam behind them. It's often like a track relay. Legs 2, 3, and 4. That first guy steaming ahead, and he just hands it to you, and you get a chance to take off and go before you even get the baton.
Extra point up and through, and that will tie our game here in the 3rd. Teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score. 2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there, pick up the first down.
On first down, it's Smith. Steps away to his left. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Looking to throw again on second down. Smith in trouble, and he's taken down. Melvin Ingram able to record his 5th sack of the season.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, Smith. It's caught by OBJ. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy could be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Here's Patterson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Patterson. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Throwing is Smith. He finds his man complete. That's Patterson. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter.
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. On play action, Rosen. This is caught. It's Sanu. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's Rosen. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rosen, here's a screen to Powell. So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They'll run it. Here's Peterson. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
43 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short definitely was a great time to dial one up.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Off the play fake, here's Rosen. And this is going to be
Intercepted. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Majors used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Looking sideline, incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Smith. Henry's got it out on the left side. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
On 3rd down, it's Patterson. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That'll back them up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to kick it away. To return is Roberts. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense.
And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Handoff comes to Peterson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. He's got his man Sharp complete. And he gets this one across midfield for the 1st down to the 46.
For many people, that's not your standard play call in that 3rd down situation. But for so many offenses, they just want the ball in the hands of their playmakers in open space. And after he caught it, he did a nice job picking up the 1st down.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Rosen saying, let's go, guys, faster. Clock is running here.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Now it's Rosen. He finds his man, complete. It's Peterson. And he gets this only to the 41, not near enough for the 1st. So they bring out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Our visitors getting set to take over on offense. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Second down at 4. Now it's Smith. That's complete to Lamb. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw, as this play will stand as is. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Smith now to throw. Able to find Patterson. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Second down at 6 now from the 42. Smith. He's got Henry. And this is not going to be what they needed. They get a few here, but now 3rd down as the clock runs. Now Smith. It's caught. Beckham. And he's got the 1st down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. Smith throwing again. He'll take a shot for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime after this timeout. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick 6 or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So here are visitors to take over on offense. Set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. On 2nd down now. It's Patterson, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 82 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory.
I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
They run with Patterson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
2nd and 6.
A shotgun handoff to Patterson. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. They go with the ground game, pick up the first, now in plus territory.
And that changes the whole mentality of a play caller, doesn't it? Once they cross the 50, they feel like they're in the strike zone, all right? You don't have to be in the red zone to take those big shots downfield or go after the end zone. Right now, that might be available to them.
And now this first drive in OT continues. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Smith now to throw. It's caught by Coleman. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
Brandon, that's a huge completion there. That puts them in field goal range, but let's face it, they don't want 3 here. They want 6. With these overtime rules, a touchdown finishes it off.
Yeah, looking to win it right away. Good to know, though, that they have 3 in their back pocket if they need it.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
They'll try the left side with Coleman. Now a loose football. Coleman lost it. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. And a costly mistake. Coaches talk so much about ball security, and in overtime, so paramount.
Partner, do you ever wonder if maybe they talk about it too much?
Too much, yeah.
Doesn't seem like you can, but maybe by discussing it time and time again, and you know they overemphasized it here, that it almost became self-fulfilling.
And any points beat them here. Field goal or a touchdown now. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it, but they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done, now part 2. A gain of 6 there on first. From the 45 on second down, Rosen. They'll give him 4 yards there. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Now Peterson. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That could give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward. And it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off. But in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. They run. Peterson. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Rosen's throw pulled in by Roberts here. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Another tote for the workhorse here this afternoon, Peterson. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 58 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because They handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Rosen seeing something he doesn't like. He's going to use a timeout. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here at overtime. Throwing now, Rosen.